Hi, everyone.
Hi.
I'm Jessica from JC Inspired Wellness.
And I'm Suzanne from Reflexology.
And right now, we are exercising our right to use essential oils, a calming and grounding oil, because we're doing an online class for you. And we're excited.
And we need to calm down and
calm down and be a little nervous.
Focus, you know, lives are crazy. The day was crazy. I just need to bring it back down and breathe in some oils and calm down here.
And what will make it better is that we'll make our faces smaller in the corner. How about that, Suzanne? So hang on for a second. I'm going to get some things up on the screen so you can follow along with us. And then we'll be set to go. So, here we go. And then, play.
There we are.
Almost. There we go. So, look at all of those oils. Do not let this picture of all of the crazy oils overwhelm you, because today's class title is right there, Essential Oils 101. We are going to talk about the basics and how simple and easy it is to incorporate these into your lives. What we're going to talk about are three things, and we're going to do it in less than an hour. We're going to talk about what are essential oils. So we're going to give you the down and dirty and the science about what they are. How can we use them effectively? Most importantly, what they do for us. And then, how can I get them into my life? Because we both know, by the end of this hour, you're going to want them. You're going to hear something in this class that are going to be like, I need to calm down. I need to de-stress, right?
I need these in my life. And can you do one thing for me?
Yes.
Can you keep it simple?
Yes.
Can you keep it honest?
Yes.
Can you keep it real?
I can do that, Suzanne. I'm good. Okay. And we both know, because we haven't used oils our whole life, right? So we're going to start by sharing you a little bit about how we started using the oils, and then we'll get into what they are.
Yeah, because you guys have probably heard about essential oils. It's a super huge craze right now. It's super trendy and popular, and you're probably wondering what all of this is about.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, so my journey, like I said, I'm Suzanne. I'm a certified foot reflexologist and a doTERRA wellness advocate. So we've got some pictures here of me working on somebody's feet. And that's something I came into a couple years ago, actually, sort of my wellness journey. Probably about 7 years ago, my husband actually was diagnosed with cancer. And sort of over that time, we grew more health conscious. He's doing really well now. But we started looking at, you know, the things we were using in our lives, the products, and how we could up-level our health, our nutrition, and how we ate. And so that's sort of what got me thinking about a career that I wanted to do, where I was helping people heal, and also that was more health conscious, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what's brought me to reflexology. On the other side there, I'm kind of working with babies as well. So I got into working with what I know best, other moms and babies, and helping them, you know, with their little ones, because I had a really hard time with my daughter when I started out. And so I wanted to be able to help other moms, you know, ease symptoms of things with their babies. And then one of my clients I was working with introduced me to doTERRA oils one day. She was using an oil that we call the protective blend, and she was using it for germ fighting. I started using it with my family and realizing how powerful these oils were, and how they supported us. And it kind of just felt like right to me. It felt like this is something that we all should be using. And there you can see in the middle my daughter there. So what's amazing about it is we're able to use it with the whole family, and I use it with my clients as well. So I love that I can combine it and really help inspire people, you know, to, like I said, up-level their health and use natural gifts of the earth, which is what doTERRA means, gift of the earth. So yeah, that's how I sort of came into essential oils.
Thank goodness you did.
Yeah.
Because Suzanne is how I got into essential oils.
That's right.
This is my story. So I'm a fitness instructor, a group fitness instructor, and I have been for 12 years now. You can also see my two lovely girls there. And when my daughter Charlie, my youngest, was about 1, a really amazing thing happened. She slept through the night for the first time. And I was like, la, except I didn't sleep. She was asleep. Justine was asleep. My husband was asleep. Even the freaking cat was asleep, and I couldn't sleep. My hormones were so out of whack. Kind of everything was happening. And to top it all off, I went back to work, and I was getting these really bad headaches. And I'm telling you, headaches, I needed to take an Advil for sure every day to get through the day. And that wasn't me, right? That wasn't. I was health conscious, right? And I was eating right. I was doing all the things you're supposed to do. So I did what we all do usually when something's wrong. We go to the doctor. And after the third doctor told me, oh, this is so common amongst new moms, I was like, screw that. It's not common. It might be common, but it's not normal, right? Yeah. I was like, this can't. So I started to look for alternative ways. And so I did reflexology. And during the reflexology treatment, Suzanne used some oils. And I was like, okay, we had like a nice little chat about it. And that very same week, 2 days later, I was in the oral surgeon's office to fit my mouth for Invisaligns and some other nice little contraptions that I thought would help
your headaches.
My headaches.
Yeah.
But I was in the waiting room and I noticed a diffuser in the corner, really nice smelling. And then I went into the treatment room and I noticed a diffuser with a totally different smell. It was kind of that clovey, cinnamony, remind me of when I got my wisdom teeth out. So I asked the dental assistant, what is this? And she was like, oh, it's essential oil. And I was like, wait a minute. So my dentist uses the essential oils for these reasons, to calm people in the waiting room and to sterilize the treatment room. And now Suzanne was swearing by them. So I was like, okay.
Another mom,
children,
yeah,
helping me sleep through the night. So I got a small kit, and I'm happy to say that within a week of using them, we'll tell you exactly what I used as we go through the class. No more headaches. I haven't had an Advil in 10 months for sure. Yeah. And the girls might not be sleeping through the night every single night, but when they do sleep through the night, I sleep through the night.
You do too.
So yeah, that's a win, right? Yeah, so that's kind of us. And now we'll kind of get more to you and kind of hopefully help to address some of the things that you might be going through and why you're kind of watching this class, right? Because obviously you're interested.
Yeah.
So what are essential oils?
Yeah, what are they exactly, right? This is something that, I didn't know either. I mean, we all know about them, but what are they exactly?
So I'll do my best, okay?
Science it up for us.
They're little sacs or compounds that sit on a plant. Okay, it might sit on the tree, the bark, the leaf, the flower, the stem, the petal, wherever, but it serves as the plant's immunity system, right? And each plant has their own essential oil. So just think about that. That plant's essential oil has to do everything for that plant. It has to keep them safe from things around them. It has to keep them healthy. It has to feed them. It has to nourish them. It has to clean them.
It's also the hormonal system, right? So that's the chemical messengers in our body. So it's their hormonal system. It's what tells them to like bloom when it's, spring and that sort of thing. Yeah.
And so since plant cells are very similar to animal cells, these essential oils can do the same thing for our body. And the cool thing is, because these essential oils do so many things for the plants, they're so complex, and they can also do so many things for our body. But the even cooler thing is, because they're so versatile and complex, it's really hard for us bodies to develop an immunity toward them. Yeah. Right? You hear sometimes, oh, you don't take that many antibiotics because eventually it won't work. Or you have a medication and because your body gets used to it, it stops being effective. That won't happen with essential oils because they're so complex. It's continually changing in your body, and it's very hard to develop a resistance to them.
And we always say there's no side effects from the essential oils, only side benefits, right? Because of all those compounds in there. So that's an amazing part of them too, is that because our cells are one and the same, like we've all evolved from the same things, they work very synergistically with our own cells. Yeah.
And they're liquid soluble, so they can pass right through that membrane and do in your cells what is needed most. Yeah. So that's what essential oils are, but you've probably seen there are a whole bunch of essential oils.
There are.
So why did we choose doTERRA?
Yeah, why doTERRA over any other essential oil brand? Because you can go to Winners, you can go to Costco, Superstore, you can go to Shoppers Drug Mart, get tea tree there. So why would you choose doTERRA over any of these other essential oil brands? So the main reason why is because essential oils are not regulated. So out there in the world, anyone can develop an essential oil, and it doesn't mean that they have to be pure in any way. So the labeling here, there's no regulation on labeling. So it can say pure, organic, 100%, you know, that sort of thing, and be on sale for $5 at Winners, which I did see there.
Yes.
Yeah, or we've all bought, like when I started, I bought, you know, tea tree from Shoppers Drug Mart, just the basic tea tree, and it says, you know, caustic to skin on it, or don't, you know, yeah, don't get on your skin, don't ingest those sorts of things.
Or be careful with kids and animals.
Yeah, you're like, be careful, right? And that's because they're not regulated, and most of the essential oils on the market are adulterated in some way or contaminated. And the reason why they do that is because it's cheaper. They can add in like a synthetic chemical in there, or they just don't want to put the money into the distilling it and the sourcing of it, so it's contaminated in some way, but mainly it's because it's cheaper. So the difference with doTERRA, and they have completely committed to quality of their products. So they're highly concentrated, they're extremely potent, and they're 100% pure. So there's absolutely no contaminants in there whatsoever. And they call that CPTG, which is Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. And they actually do themselves 13 different tests on every single batch of oil, say of lavender that they have. They do 13 different tests to make sure that every single batch is absolutely pure, the same every single time. And then they actually employ an outside company, which is called APRC, Aromatic Plant Research Center, that does extra tests on it to make sure, again, that they are completely pure. So when you buy lavender, that's exactly what you're going to get. The other reason why you'd want to choose doTERRA over other essential oils is you know the sourcing and where they come from. So here we have co-impact sourcing on there, and the proof is on the bottom of the bottle as well. So the co-impact sourcing is basically the oils are sourced where the plants grow indigenously. So when we get lavender, we get it from Bulgaria in France. When we get lemon, we get it from Italy. There's two reasons why they do that. One is they're more medicinally potent because that's where the plants grow indigenously. So the actual chemicals you were talking about, the essential oils, the compounds are that much more potent there. And the second reason is that doTERRA is able to employ and work with the distillers and the sourcing people and the farmers directly. And they do this because they want to create an impact in the world as well. They don't want to use brokers like most essential oil companies do, which is essentially, a middleman that undercuts usually people on the other side, where a lot of these oils are sourced in third world countries. But doTERRA is really committed to their philanthropic work in helping people uplift communities and get them out of poverty. So that's what's really great about these ones, is that you know when you're purchasing these oils, you're actually helping out families that have been working with these plants and these oils, and they are the experts, right? And doTERRA respects that. So actually on the bottom of every bottle, you usually have a little number on there. I don't know if you can see it, but that is, you can actually put that into one of our sourcing websites and trace exactly back where that oil came from. So yeah, and that's more and more important these days, right? Because we're all more conscious of like our global impact, right? Yeah. So you want to make sure you know what you're getting and you know that it's safe. And what's great is that you're helping out other people in the meantime too. So yeah, that's awesome.
And so now you're thinking, okay, you know, it's not my, I don't work in health and fitness or wellness. Like, how can I use these oils? Okay, so take a look at the screen. Do you do any of these things? Yes, we all cook. We all have to digest what we cook. We all have hair and skin that we want to make feel and look a little better. Hello, especially with kids, we all need that extra immune support.
Yes.
But also if you've gone through some things in your life where you just need that extra boost, essential oils will help you. Cleaning. We hate to do it. We have to do it. This will not only reduce the toxins and the free radicals that are in your home, it'll get your house clean, and you can have your kids help. Because it's totally safe for them to do it. This is one of my favorite ways.
And it's nice when you spray something and the dogs don't like run away.
Right. Yeah, that is nice.
You'll freak out. Like,
or if you get it on your hands, you're like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So sleep, of course, I talked about that. Who has stress?
I don't have any. No, I
Then why are
literally
you
don't
using
have a brain or heart, so I don't feel anything.
Managing emotions is huge. Even when kids don't even know that they have emotions, or adults, when we're kind of like, oh, what are we feeling?
When you're dead inside.
Yeah. It'll help. Seasonal and environmental discomfort, allergies, but again, all of the chemicals that, you know what, we can avoid. We can't live in a bubble. Can't. So these kind of help reduce and manage those, and pain. Of course, I know firsthand my headaches, but we'll talk about a few oils today that really help inflammation and pain, and really help people get the most out of life, right? To enjoy life and not feel like you're taking medicine to do that. You're promoting your health from within, right? And getting those side benefits, as Suzanne said, to really use these effectively.
There's so many side effects to using pharmaceuticals long term, right? Like, what's nice about doTERRA is they're not against Western medicine in any way. They're actually, that's in a whole other video, but they're actually pairing with Western medicine now with their health clinics that they're starting to create. But the beautiful thing is, it's great when you need it, in an acute situation, you need to go to the hospital, you're having a heart attack or anything like that, that's a beautiful thing. But as far as every day, day in, day out, using things for chronic conditions, long term, like, you don't want to be taking an Advil. Was it Advil or Tylenol? Advil every single day. Like,
it wasn't sustainable.
It's not sustainable. That's not good for you. Like, we forget that these things, like, they have a lot of side effects, right? It's not good for your body.
It is not.
No.
And so now that we know that we can all use them, the next question we talked about at the very beginning, how the heck do we use them? All these crazy bottles, what do we do? So you've got 3 different ways to use them. They're all very simple. We've got A, aromatically, T, topically, and I for internal.
And that's a special one we'll go over. So, aromatic use of essential oils. So this is probably the easiest way to start using essential oils, or the way that a lot of us have used them before, is diffusing them, which we have our lovely little diffuser here. So you probably all have seen a diffuser. So you put the water in, you put the essential oil in, and you turn it on, and it kind of vaporizes it into the air. So like we said here, mix oil with water. You can also mix it in a spray bottle, that sort of thing. Or you can apply it on your hand, like we did with the balance. Rub it in your hand and breathe in. So this is really effective just for getting those molecules right into the brain. So right in the front of our brain, we have the limbic system, and that controls our emotions. So just breathing in oils, they'll have the practical effect of, some of them are germ fighting and that sort of thing, but they also have the emotional effect. So citruses are very uplifting. So aromatically is a very simple way, but very effective way to use oils. Also great around pets and children. So that's really helpful. So topically, what's great about topical usage is it helps. Basically, essential oils, the molecules are very small. So when you do use them aromatically, sometimes they flash off into the air really quickly. So topically is a really great way to get them into your body, because of course we all know our skin is like our biggest organ, and we absorb about 75% of everything we put on our skin. So think about that. Any creams you're putting on, any deodorant, anything like that. So we're trying to live a healthy lifestyle, and yet we're putting stuff on our skin that we don't realize within 2 minutes, that's in the bloodstream. Like full out. You want to get, medication into you, rub it all over. Literally, it's in the bloodstream, moving throughout your body. So what's nice about the topical use of essential oils is you can use them for targeted support here, like it says. And you can use them less, but more often. So that's helpful for consistency of using the oils. And you can also dilute them, which makes them safe. And like you said about the targeted support, keeps it in a specific area. And also it's cost effective, because when you're diluting them, your product is going longer. So it makes it really handy. And we often, when we do topical, is we put them in nice little roller bottles. So it makes it easy to carry around, easy to apply, especially for kids, and really effective.
And you're just mixing the essential oils with a fractionated coconut oil, which is liquid coconut oil, or there's a few other oils that you can use. And the younger you are, well, maybe not younger adult-wise, but kids, you want to put less essential oil and more coconut oil. And we'd be able to support you in telling you exactly the dilution ratio. But again, the cool thing is you can use the same oil on every member of your family. So you have like you have infant Tylenol, children Tylenol between the ages of 2 and 4. Then you've got kids Tylenol, and then you got adult. Okay. You don't need any of that. You need one essential oil, and you can change the dilution, the dosage, by diluting it with just a
carrier oil,
right? It's found at any store.
Even olive oil, but we'll talk about why we use this one. But yeah, so basically it makes it really safe and effective, and it's another great way to use them and get the oils into your body quickly, get them affecting your body.
And I do want to have you talk about this, because I talk about this, but you're the expert.
Am I?
One of the best places to put essential oils is on your feet. Why is that, Suzanne?
Why is that? Well, the reflexologist will chime in. So I do foot reflexology. So on our feet, we basically, our whole body is represented in our feet because of the nerve reflexes that are down there. So when we put essential oils on the bottom of our feet, that is affecting those nerve reflexes that send those signals back to all of the referral areas of your body. So it's really effective to apply to the feet. There's also a lot of like sweat glands there, so it goes in really easy. And the bottom of our feet, the skin's a little bit thicker too. So if you're worried about sensitivity and that sort of thing, or if you've got a kiddo and you want to put something on them, you don't want them touching it, or you don't like the smell, like you've got to put oregano on them or something like that. Bottom of the feet is great. And another area we like to use is the spine, again, because all the spinal nerves run along there, again, out to all of your referral areas. And then just chest is a big one too. I like to do.
Yeah, and I think before we move on to the next one, I just wanted to say, because we did promise to keep it honest, keep it real. Not all essential oils smell good. In fact, some of them smell horrible. I'm not going to lie. Or what smells good for me does not smell good for someone else. So that's really great. You still want the benefits of it, but by putting it on the bottom of your feet, you'll get those side benefits, but you won't have to smell it if it's not something that you enjoy smelling.
All right, the third way to use doTERRA essential oil specifically is internally. So this is unique to doTERRA, because I was talking about how pure they are, 100% pure, and that they're therapeutic grade. We can actually use these oils internally as like a nutritive supplement for ourselves. So this is unique to doTERRA. We wouldn't say to do this with any other essential oil, but we know doTERRA and we know the quality, and both of us use it this way all the time. So you can actually place an essential oil drop into a veggie capsule. So these are ones you can buy from doTERRA as well. And basically it's just a vegetable cap that you can open up and drop your essential oils in and swallow with water. So that's the first way you can do that. A lot of people do that just because if they want to take multiple oils in the morning, it's easier to just throw them all in there and take it down. Also, if you don't mind the taste of your oil, you can just drop them under your tongue and take them down. There's a lot of different oils that we do take internally daily just because they're good for immunity, or they're good for like cellular regeneration, that sort of thing. You can also add your essential oils to a glass of water, or like you said, here in the morning smoothie, milk tea, or your other beverages. You can place them under your tongue or the roof of your mouth, and you can also use them in cooking. So that's what's cool about the doTERRA one. So any of the herbs you can use in cooking, peppermint, I mean, I love it, anything chocolate, baking based,
lavender, lemon.
Citruses are great. So basically this is another way for you to look after yourself, take care of your health by taking things internally as you would any other like supplement, that sort of thing.
And the cool thing is, because these metabolize and go through your system very quickly, if you're using it in any of these three ways to target something specific, you don't need to wait 6 to 8 hours before taking them again, like you would with medication, right? You know, you can try to put some on your skin or take it internally, and you know, in an hour or two you can do it again. Less is always going to be more. The important thing is consistency in using it, so less of the amount and kind of just consistent over time.
And what's great is because everybody's different, so we have the aromatically, internally, and topically, is you can be curious and try different ways to see what works for you. Sometimes I've had a client where she was trying a digestive one internally. She didn't feel much difference, but then when she put it in a roller and rolled it over her stomach, she felt a huge difference. So depending on you, who you are, how your body is, that's what's nice about having the 3 different ways to use them, because you can use what works best for you.
Yeah.
And what affects your body the most. So yeah.
So that's kind of the overview of what they are, where they come from, and why doTERRA. And you saw in the first picture, there are, can I say 100? Yeah, there are more than 100 oils, right? So we're going to talk about the top 10. And why do we talk about the top 10? Because these top 10 oils can address more than 80% of your concerns. You can replace your entire medicine cabinet. You can replace your cleaning products. And these oils are really easy to use, safe to use with all members of your family. So that's why we're going to talk about just the top 10. Okay? The first one is lemon. So we have our bottle here. I'm going to open it up and smell it. You can see on the side here its properties. We're not going to list that for everyone, but you can see that antiseptic, diuretic, antioxidant, antibacterial, right? It does everything for the lemon. This is my favorite way to use lemon. See that? Put it right in there every morning. Have a really nice glass of detoxifying water, and so delicious. And the cool thing about this is it's cold pressed from the rind, right? In one bottle of lemon, each one of these has 350 drops in there. It's quite a lot. It's cold pressed from the rind of about 35 lemons. So just think about that. And because it's from the rind, there's no acidity. So drinking the lemon in your water is not going to upset your tummy. And you know what? My dentist, my oral surgeon would be happy. It also does not affect the enamel in your teeth. And again, maybe TMI, but for all of you who have Invisalign on your teeth, lemon is 100% safe, certified by my dentist.
Nice.
Dr. T, right? So what does this do for you? Replaces all of your cleaning supplies. Okay, hand me that, please. This is my all-purpose cleaner. You got water, you got vinegar, you have lemon oil. How amazing is that? It totally disinfects. And the cool thing about this is you spray it on your kitchen counter. You just do a quick wipe. That's it. You can put food right on there. You can touch it with your hands. Before, when you're cleaning, you have the chemical and you have to do it. And then I always wash it off with water because it's like, but now you just use it, clean it, and it smells amazing, right? And you're getting that uplifting quality from the lemon. As Suzanne said, the citruses just really make you happy, right?
Yeah, they're very uplifting for the body.
And so allergy medication, this is mucolytic, which means it's a big fancy word for reducing your mucus. So if you've got a lot of snot going on, this will dry it up, right? This is what that will do. So nasal sprays, decongestants, cleansing, and Metamucil. By taking this detoxification, lemon water, it smells good. It'll get your system moving, and kind of you won't need those anti-constipation medications as well. Really good for taking gooey substances like a degreaser, cleaning, or like, you know, all those stickers that you can't see behind us on the wall, but they're there. Just put a little of this on, rub it, and you'll get the stickers right off. Lemon is something I use, well, multiple times a day.
And it's great too. Like, how many times do you buy a lemon because you need it for a recipe, but you need half of it, so you cut the other half and you're trying to use it up? And I just find it's so much easier to drop a drop or two of this in, you know, or even it calls for lemon zest. I've just been dropping that in. I love it in my smoothie too. So it's just really convenient. You're not buying all these lemons anymore. You can literally just use your oil, which is super, super handy and very cost effective too, for sure. Plus, it's like you got them straight from Italy.
No, we do.
All right, lavender. Okay, so here we go. We've got lavender here. This is actually the most popular essential oil in the entire world. Everyone has usually heard of lavender, but nobody's actually smelled real lavender for the most part.
Yeah, I agree.
Honestly, I never thought I liked the smell of lavender. When I would smell it in different like products that I would bring home, I just didn't really love it until I smelled absolutely real, pure lavender from Bulgaria. And it's the best.
like no chemical. It's like very,
yeah, it's awesome. And a lot of people have been telling me lately that they think, oh, it's not as sweet as what I've smelled, because a lot of people are smelling synthetic lavender that's been sweetened and has all this other stuff in it. So this one is an amazing, amazing oil. We basically call it the mom oil because it's so good for so many things. It's basically calming to both the body and the emotions. So we all know, we've seen lavender and things for calming. So it is great for sleep. It actually helps calm and downgrade the nervous system. So it's really helpful for going to sleep, diffusing in your room. I've actually just used it as a roller too under my nose when I was trying to fall asleep. You know, in the middle of the night, you wake up, you can't get back to bed. I find that really helps for me. It just helps take the edge off and I drift off. It's also great to throw in the bathtub. So for both kids and adults, just 1 or 2 drops in the bathtub. It's nice to add to, you know, the bedtime routine for both you and the kids. It's also antibacterial, which is really cool. It's something I didn't know until recently. Yeah. So because of that, we can actually use it topically in a lot of different ways. So it's great for cuts. So it's going to soothe and then kill any germs at the same time. It's amazing for bruises as well. It helps take the pain away from the bruise, and also a lot of the time it'll stop it from going through all the different stages of the colors. It just sort of helps it heal a lot faster, brings blood to the area. Amazing for stings and bug bites. Burns as well. So this will take the sting out of a burn, actually. So I've used it a couple times for that. So this is an amazing one to carry with you all the time. You have used it in cooking as well too.
Lavender lemon loaf.
That's a great one. Yeah. So this oil, you know what? And I also love this oil for combining, like in my diffuser. You know, you don't have to be scared of mixing different oils. So this one pairs really well with a lot of things. So that's a very, very popular, awesome oil. So it replaces, like we said here, Benadryl. So this is included with a couple other oils that we have in the top 10 that are great for any sort of allergies, that sort of thing. So sleep aids like Tylenol PM, your cleaning solutions as well, antibacterial, face creams. I do have this in my DIY face oil that I use. The antihistamine, like we said, the Benadryl, and other allergy medications. So very helpful.
And this can be, like we said, this is something that you can put on neat. You don't need to dilute it. And you know, even if you don't have a diffuser, I was started this at the beginning. I'm like, oh, I don't need a diffuser. Okay, I got a diffuser. But you can just start off putting lemon with some just distilled water. Just boil some water, let it cool. Lavender, put it in your lavender, and spray your pillow before you go to bed. This is fun for my kids to do too, right? Kind of spraying the room ready to get to bed. So everything is super easy. Don't think about, oh, what am I going to do with this? And because Suzanne and I have been using these, we're here to support you, right? And there's so many resources to have. So there's so many cool things you can.
My daughter actually loves lavender too. She knows that one. She can recognize it by smell. That's a huge kid one for sure.
Okay, peppermint. Okay, steam distilled from the leaves. This is so potent that 1 drop of peppermint oil can make 26 cups of peppermint tea, right? The favorite thing to do for me, like 2 things, drop in my hand. It's like an instant energizer. It totally opens up your airways. You can smell it and rub it on your neck. This is, I'm not going to say it's instead of coffee, because I still have my cup of coffee, but this is instead of my 2nd cup of coffee, right? So this really wakes you up, energizes you. It's anti-inflammatory. It's cooling. And the awesome thing is peppermint is a driver oil. So it helps move the other oils that you're putting on your skin or taking. Drives it to the place where you need it most. So this is part of my headache regimen. We'll talk about the other oil involved in that later, which is frankincense. But for the peppermint oil, I just put a drop on my thumb, up on the roof of my mouth. That helped drive in the other oil that I really needed to reduce the inflammation in my brain. And
fresh breath.
I have fresh breath. It's a win-win, really.
So for headaches, you also, so far as you use this one, topically, just on the areas of tension, right? On the temples, behind the neck. That's amazing for headache. Also for fever in children. Huge. Just helps bring down, fever instead of Tylenol. I've actually personally used this one. Just applying it to their spine helps cool the body, right? with that cooling sensation. So
this is really nice in a shampoo or conditioner. You kind of get that tingling, wake up sensation on your scalp. And the cool things about the first three that we talked about, so the lavender, lemon, and peppermint, this is your allergy balm or your trio. So you've got the antihistamine, you've got the mucolytic, which you talked about, and then the opening up your airways. So these combined, either in a glass of water, in one of those veggie caps, in the diffuser, on your skin, however you want to do it, is an amazing combo, especially in this time of year.
support allergies.
And then none of that medication, right? And it's also, I don't know, I'm kind of like this too, what you said about like the fever. Sometimes when you have a fever or your kids have a fever, and I always ask myself, it's probably not the good question to say, okay, is it bad enough that I want to give them Tylenol? Is it at that 37.5, like whatever the number is that you're like, okay, now I need Tylenol? Use peppermint, right?
Yeah.
There's no harm in using this right away.
Yeah.
It will reduce the fever. It will reduce kind of your allergies, all of that. And it doesn't have that side effect, right?
That's what I love about the essential oils is you can be proactive.
Yes.
So since our family started using these, like we saved the doctor or the hospital for the really emergency things, right? We're able to use these things on a proactive basis. So as soon as you feel them a little bit warm, you can start applying the peppermint. Or as soon as you see them sneezing or coughing, your kids here, you can start with, the immunity oils that you use. You can get on it right away and not wait for it to turn into something. Okay, and now I've got to make an appointment to go to the doctor and get them in. You can actually like nip it in the bud right when you see these things starting. So that way it's like super empowering, right? Because
same thing with my headaches, right?
Yeah.
I use this kind of proactively kind of every day, and then I'm not worried about every day, like, oh, am I going to get a headache? No, I don't, because I'm having this on me, right?
So it cuts down the doctor's visit. It cuts down on, we're not buying over the counter medications, and it cuts down on the time that you spend with all this stuff because you're able to just get on it quickly, right? And it certainly reduces, like, even if your kids end up still getting sick or we end up getting sick, it reduces the amount of time that you are. So
the duration.
The duration. Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, and look, perfect.
On Guard.
We're just talking about
immunity. Yeah. So On Guard. Okay. So if you've heard of doTERRA, you've probably heard of On Guard here. On Guard. This is literally probably one of the most versatile and the most loved oils by doTERRA. This is the one that I actually spoke to you about when I originally met you.
On Guard.
Yes. So On Guard is doTERRA's protective blend. So it's an anti-germ blend, antibacterial, antiviral, antiseptic, antiparasitic. It's basically the immunity blend. And so this one is so popular now and so effective that it's actually starting to be used in hospitals. So the combination of what's in here is super helpful used in a hospital setting. It kills H1N1 and MRSA. So I find this really cool coming from that sort of more the medical side of things of how they're able to use this in that capacity now.
And this is what I smelled at my dental surgeon's office. Yeah. Right? And it's so distinctive what's in it, right?
So it smells great.
Yeah.
So don't worry. It smells like Christmas. So in here, we've got wild orange, clove, cinnamon, rosemary, and eucalyptus. So you've got kind of that like warm, clovey, orangey kind of smell. So Christmassy kind of smell, right? So it's really nice. Like I said, basically kills and wipes out all germs. So this one can be used in a ton of different ways. It's so popular as well. doTERRA made a whole line of products with this too. So first of all, you can use it internally with water. So this is one we both take once a day just for general immunity support. You can also make DIY cleaners out of this one. It's really helpful. I make mine out of this. I use a concentrate that they make as well to make my pump hand soap out of On Guard. Yeah, you have similar.
So easy.
I also use it in my immunity rollers for my daughter and myself. I keep one beside my bedside, so before I go to bed, I just roll it on my spine, just get that immunity boost before I go to sleep. In my daughter's immunity rollers. And it's also amazing for diffusing as well when everybody's been sick in your house. You want to clear the germs out of the air. And when your kids are actually fighting something too, I find turning the diffuser on in their room with On Guard and another oil that we're going to talk about today that helps clear airways as well, is really helpful, because then they're getting, they're taking that in overnight. So you can really, 1-2 punch it with like, doing topically and aromatically, and of course internally for adults only.
Yeah. And we love it as a hand sanitizer, because you just use it with water, and so you don't get that alcohol and that drying on your hands, especially if you use it a lot. And again, also being totally honest, when your kid drops a snack on the ground and they get like so upset because they want to eat it, or maybe I've done this before. I just spray it with a On Guard.
Yeah,
because you can eat it, right? You can take this internally and eat it. This is also really good in oatmeal. That cinnamony clovey oatmeal, and I actually have it right now. Just hot water with On Guard and lemon in here, and it's like a tea. Yeah. So I don't use any other tea bags. Just the oils.
Great as a tea when you're feeling sick, right? So also, you can gargle it too when your throat, you're feeling scratchy throat, and then just swallow it after that. So basically for all things germs, it's amazing for that. Yeah. So good.
Okay, so tea tree, otherwise known as melaleuca, and oregano. So I'm going to talk about these together because they are an awesome team. So I'll tell you what each one is first and how they work together. Yeah,
hey, that's right.
So
cheesy enough for you.
So tea tree here, really great surface cleaner. You can also diffuse it to kill the germs because it's both antibacterial and antiviral. Really great at killing lice. I hope you never have to experience that, but if you do, lice hate this. And it's great in getting out the stink. So if you do any sports, if you have that equipment, if you bring it home and you're like, so this kills the germs, which eliminates the stink. If you just spray it with some of those like air fresheners,
for grease,
you're just covering up the odor. This eliminates the odor because it's eliminating the germs. Okay. Oregano is antifungal, okay, as well as being antibacterial. It's what we call a spicy or a hot oil. So I know people in health food stores have seen the oil of oregano, and you can just drop that under your tongue. Yeah, not with this. Warning, be warned, okay? You can still take this internally for sure. You can take it in one of those veggie capsules we talked about. But again, this is so potent that when you cook with it, you don't even need one drop in like a big pot of pasta sauce. You just take a toothpick, put it in here, and swirl it around. That will give you enough of the oregano. Okay, so how do these two work together to fight these germs? So you've got the bacteria, the cell bacteria, and it's trying to protect itself from your immunity system, right? Because it wants to survive. This damn bacteria. It wants to survive. It wants to thrive. It wants to multiply, right? So the bacteria has a really hard candy coating shell. Not really candy, but you know what I'm saying, like the M&M shell, right? And then to really make your body mad, it creates this sludge around it. So it's super hard for your immunity system to kill that bacteria. So you take oregano and tea tree, okay, into your body. The tea tree will hit that bacteria cell first, and it will clear away all of that sludge around that cell. Then the oregano comes in like the 1-2 punch, and oregano is so potent that it can actually, after the sludge is gone from the tea tree, it can crack that coating and get into the bacteria and kill it. Antibacterial, antifungal. So this is so great to combine together when you're trying to get rid of something, but as we talked about, you can always use it separately as well.
And we do have something called a flu bomb for when you're starting to feel really sick. So I've got one here. So that's actually a combination in a veggie cap of the On Guard,
the lemon, oregano, tea tree, and then the next oil we're going to talk about, which is frankincense.
Frankincense. So together, that is super helpful for when you're really fighting something. So frankincense here. Frankincense. Some of you may have heard of this, like story of Jesus in the Bible, like bringing frankincense and myrrh. Basically, this is the king of all oils. This has been around and used for over 5,000 years. You want to give it a smell? It's very extremely grounding. It's actually a resin from a tree in Africa. And doTERRA's frankincense is unique because they source it from 4 different trees,
Yep.
of the same
Species.
of
Yep.
the same variety but different sort of species, or
Yep.
same species, different variety. And so that makes it very, very powerful. So frankincense is highly anti-inflammatory and also a super cell regenerator. So it helps the DNA of your cells to replicate properly and regenerate really well. It's also very anti-cancer as well. So who doesn't want, something that's going to help? Most disease in our bodies is created from inflammation. So this takes down the inflammation, and it also helps repair your cells. So frankincense is actually amazing for anyone with pain.
Yes.
Chronic pain, that sort of thing. Like I said, it's very grounding. So a lot of people like to use it for meditation or prayer because it's just very soothing for the body. It's also an amazing one for headaches and migraines.
Yeah.
So this is one, when you drop it on your thumb and put it on the roof of your mouth, it actually goes straight up into the brain and soothes that inflammation in there, which is what helps the migraine come down. So
one of the very few things that can pass through that blood-brain barrier.
Yeah.
It happens so quickly through the roof of your mouth.
So frankincense is a very, very special oil. And because of that, this one is not cheap. This frankincense is not cheap. And if you do find it somewhere and it's like $15, that's what we were talking about before, it's adulterated in some way. But we're going to tell you later how you can get this for a really great deal. And have it in your home. So this one, it's also amazing on your skin too. So I add this into my DIY facial oil that I make. It's great for wrinkles and any regeneration, scarring, stretch marks, that sort of thing. So just an amazing, amazing oil. Basically, we say when in doubt, use Frank.
Yeah.
Because it's good for everything. It's great to diffuse too. It's very calming.
It smells great.
So it's great to combine with a lot of other oils as well. Very powerful.
So smart. What I love about this is what Suzanne said. It helps your cells. It helps your good cells regenerate, and it helps your not so great cells die in a good way, right? So I love removes it, right?
the mutated cells and stuff.
Yeah. So I love this. Is every morning, every morning, 2 drops right under my tongue, because it tastes fine to me, and then I do it in my face. Yeah, I mean,
definitely want to be taking this in daily.
Yes.
It's just good for a general health and wellness for sure.
Yeah. So breathe or easy air. So the reason we have 2 kind of names up here is depending if you're in Canada or the US, it's breathe in the US and easy air in Canada, but it is the same oil. So this kind of replicates that Vicks Vapor Rub. So if you can imagine laurel, peppermint, eucalyptus, tea tree, lemon, cardamom, right? So really opening up the airways, really amazing for a dry cough, for clearing that nose, allowing you to breathe. Tickly cough too works really well for. So you can put this on your body. You can diffuse this. So amazing for little kids, but also at nighttime. It's also very soothing, I find.
It is. The eucalyptus in it is very calming to the body, I find. The
bottom of your feet. And 2 kind of unique ways that I've seen it used, and I like to use it, is the first, I just put a few drops in the bottom of my shower before I get in, and then it creates like the steam shower, kind of wakes you up. And this past year, we're watching a hockey game on TV, and we saw one of the guys get knocked out, as they do, comes to the bench, and the trainer comes, and you just imagine this trainer with his whole bag of like all of the tricks, like professional hockey team. What does he pull out? Not kidding. A bottle of doTERRA's Easy Air. Yeah. Puts it right underneath the guy's nose, like smelling salts. Yeah. Amazing, right? So the top tiered athletes, a doctor, a trainer who has availability to essentially anything, chooses doTERRA's mix. Yeah. Right? Because it works, right? It wakes you up. I also just wanted to take the opportunity to show you this. So all of these oils that you'll see here and a lot of other ones, Suzanne showed you that you can make your own rollers, but doTERRA also sells these rollers. These are pre-diluted with the fractionated coconut oil, and it's really nice alternative. Of course, you can get the oil, but if you're wanting something that's ready to use, you can purchase these as well, and they just roll.
And they're diluted for any age, so they're good for kids up to the elderly.
Yeah.
All right, I've got Digesten or Zengest, again, the American and Canadian version. So this is for all things digestive, like it sounds. So if we open this up and smell it, you really
The licorice,
like it.
yeah,
Yes.
I could tell. Yeah.
So you like licorice more than me,
yeah.
but it's not bad. But we have, so in here we've got ginger, peppermint, caraway, coriander, anise, so that's the licorice smell, tarragon, and fennel. So these are all the herbs that are commonly used, as we know, like in Indian cooking, because a lot of their cooking is so good for the body and so good for our digestion too. So these all help improve and support your digestion. So this one's amazing for nausea. So you can take it internally, a drop in a glass of water and drink it. So amazing for mamas. Pregnant mamas is totally safe if you've got nausea in the beginning of pregnancy there. Also, I've used it when I've just eaten too fast. You know, I'm busy mom on the go. I've eaten too fast. I just take a drop of this. You can actually feel it cooling in your stomach when you take it. And so it just calms any like bloating or bad feelings in the tummy there. It's a tummy tamer, right? So great for kids too, rolling it on their stomach. When they've got a tummy ache, great for heartburn as well. So for those of you that suffer from any heartburn, just even including this in your daily, you know, water is helpful for your digestive health. That being said, to anyone with IBS or Crohn's disease have found support with this oil as well. Also great for the car and motion sickness or plane sickness, that sort of thing. So amazing for kids and adults. Yeah, so this would replace, you know, Gravol, or, you know what, I took my daughter on a plane once and I really wanted her to sleep, so I got one of those children's Gravol, and it's a chewing one that's supposed to be, you know, that they like it and chew it. She would not take it at all. This was before I found oils. It's like she just knew that I was trying to give her something that wasn't a candy, and she's like, no, I don't like that. So she wouldn't take it. So, I mean, this would have come in really, really handy.
Or when you're just like, when you just get so nauseous, you literally do not want anything to go into your mouth.
Yeah.
I have had that once where I just rolled it on my stomach and you're like, okay, is this really going to work? When you start burping, Digesten burps.
TMI.
Because it's just on your stomach. You know it's inside. Because how else is it? You know?
Yeah, no, it's amazing, right? So this is a really good swap for like Metamucil too, Pepto-Bismol.
Really good for constipation.
Yeah, all those sorts of things. It's great.
I know. Awesome one. All right, we're on to our last one, and this is Deep Blue, which is here. You'll notice that this cap looks a little bit different than the other ones, and that's because it's a child safety cap, and that is because this is one of the few doTERRA essential oils that you cannot ingest. The reason for that is not because they can't make it safe, but because one of the oils in here is wintergreen, and you cannot ingest wintergreen essential oil in any forms. So it's got wintergreen, camphor, peppermint, blue tansy, blue chamomile, helichrysum osmanthus, and it is actually blue, right? So hence the deep blue. So it smells like, you know, the non-synthetic, you know, icy hot, like you can already feel like the tension, soothing. So it's really great to heal tissues.
Yeah, this is for all things muscle pain, pain in your body, and joints.
Amazing.
This replaces everything that you would use for that.
So I use the oil on my skin, bath salts. I actually put them a little bit of Epsom salt here and put that in your bath, and it kind of just soothes and relaxes your muscles. And here you can see that it also comes in a rub, which is like a water-based cream. And I actually use this, I want to say almost every day, sitting at the computer, or just when you want to relax your shoulders. Just put a little bit of this on your finger and just rub it right onto your neck and your shoulders, and you're going to feel it within about 30 seconds. Just
the cooling, the calming, the cooling, and like you said, the essential oils are in there actually seep into the tissues and help repair them as well. So it's like double duty. So I use this one too in my reflexology treatments. At the end, it smells amazing. Everyone loves the smell of this with the wintergreen. But super, super helpful for people with also neck pain, shoulder pain, back pain,
arthritis,
knee pain, arthritis, definitely used in combination with the oil and the rub.
Yeah.
Super helpful for arthritis and any sort of sports injuries. This is another one that a lot of people who do sports or run use all the time.
Yeah.
So I actually love this one too for period cramps.
Oh, yeah.
When you're getting period cramps, this works really, really well. Yeah, so I love that one too.
It's so weird that I just smell my hands during the video.
Smell yourself.
I know. So, okay. We talked about, the beginning, we tell you 3 things. What are essential oils? How do we use them and what do they do for us? And then how can we get them? Because really, I can guarantee that you've seen something in today's class where you're like, wow, that would really help me.
Yeah.
That would really help a member of my family. And that's what we're all about, right? Just finding solutions for you and what can help you. So doTERRA works as a member-based organization, right? So you can't go into a store and just buy these. Why? Because education is a huge part of doTERRA. We want to make sure that you're using the oil safely, that you have the tools to use them, and that we're here for questions. So doTERRA does not allow stores, independent retailers, to sell them off the shelves. So you can become a member, and your yearly membership is $42 Canadian, $35 in the US. And if you're from another country, there's also options, so just let us know. And with that yearly membership, you have access to wholesale pricing. And wholesale pricing is 25% less than retail, right? So it's a huge, huge discount.
Yes, and if anyone's ever heard of Costco, I don't know, have you heard of Costco?
Let me think. Sam's Club in the States. There you go.
Exactly like Costco. So once you have the membership, you get everything at the wholesale price, and lots of savings. So there's really affordable ways to get these oils into your home, and because it's replacing so many products. I mean, you're not out buying over-the-counter stuff. You're not. Like when I go grocery shopping, I mean, I'm not having to pick up any of that stuff. I'm not even spending time doing that, you know?
I get it delivered to my door every month, my monthly health box, and I'm done. I don't need to think about it, right?
Yes.
And you don't need to replace these every month, right? It just depends on how you use them and what you use them for. And
so one of the kits we want to talk about today, because another way of getting your oils is, yes, you can buy the standalone membership and then, pick and choose certain oils. Or what doTERRA has done is they've combined them into kits that, for example, have the top 10 oils in them, are also a reduced cost, and also include your membership as well. So they're really the best bang for your buck normally, because they're discounted. Plus you get the support of us and a lot of other promos and stuff that come through doTERRA. You have access to those, and actually access of getting even more of discount on your products, because we have what's called the loyalty rewards program. So we have a points program. Anyway, so this Home Essentials kit is probably the most popular kit. It includes your top 10. And it also includes a diffuser. So this one is basically perfect for families.
A great start, right?
Yeah, it's a great starter kit for families. I mean, like you said, there's about 350 drops in these bottles. So it's going to last you guys quite a time. And also you get the diffuser in there, and you're able to use them those 3 ways right away, right? You're able to use them aromatically, topically, and internally.
You also get, with your membership, but also in this kit, a really amazing book.
Yeah.
Of course, you have our support and the online resources. I mean, you can imagine. But it's sometimes really nice to have this book to really make sure you're safe, to give you kind of inspiration and ideas. And this will come with this kit, with your membership as well. Yeah. So yeah, this is a great kit. I'm going to share the one that I started with, mine. So there are kind of 2 budget options. The first one on top is the Family Essentials Kit, and that is, again, the top 10 oils, but instead of the 15 ml bottles, the big ones that we showed you today, these bottles are 5 ml, so about a third of the size, okay? So you'll get all the top 10 oils, but you'll get a third of the size of them, and you'll also get 2 beadlets, which are like dissolve in your mouth capsules with a peppermint oil. So that's what you'll get for that, and your membership is included. The one I actually started with is the bottom one, and that was the Aroma Touch Diffuse Kit. So you get the diffuser, you get the book, and then you get 8 oils. So you'll see some of the oils are the same, but there's some different ones. You get a wild orange, you'll get a balance, which is what we use at the beginning. Again, these are the smaller 5 ml bottles, and you'll also get a little bottle of fractionated coconut oil. So you can start to mix them. So these are 2 of kind of the budget friendly options.
So they're great options if your budget is lower. And these ones are a third of the amount. So if we look back to the one we just talked about, you get 3 times the amount, but not for 3 times the price. So that's how they sort of compare. But yeah, these are amazing options too. Yeah.
And then the other one we wanted to talk to you about was if you're really inspired to make over your entire home, right?
Yeah.
This is the Nature Solution Kit, and just look at everything there. You've got, in addition, all the oils we talked about today, and you also get some other oils that we didn't talk about. And some of my favorites, Balance, which we did, but Serenity, which is a really calming nighttime one. I use it every night. Aroma Touch. You'll also get some roll-ons. Past Tense is also really good for headaches. And you'll get the beadlets. And then you can see here, you're going to get some other products. You're going to get the Lifelong Vitality Supplements.
So doTERRA also makes supplements that are infused with the essential oils. Yeah, we both take these.
Love these. Yeah. Because they're infused with the oils, they're more bioavailable to your body. So all the good nutrients, omegas, everything in here is going to get really absorbed by your body quickly. You're also going to get a really awesome diffuser. You're going to get shampoo and conditioner. Guaranteed again, anything you put, I always laugh. Like now that I have used doTERRA shampoo and conditioners and I look at the other bottles and I'm like, oh my God, what chemical was I putting like directly on my brain?
Yeah. I know.
So anyway, you've got that. You've got toothpaste. You've got the hand soap, Terrazyme, which is a digestive enzyme. And you also got CorrectX, which is a staple in my family. It's you're replacing
like a polysporin,
but it's all oil and it's so light onto your skin. And Suzanne gave me the good tip. It's also really good lip gloss.
Yeah, it's amazing for lips. Like I used to put Vaseline on, which of course is just chemical and bad for you. It doesn't actually like absorb in and like help heal any sort of chapped we've got going on. It's just a barrier cream, right? So this is good for bum cream too for babies. So
these are the big bottles. I don't know if I mentioned that, but these are the big bottles of oils that you get in this kit.
And you're going to get access to a bunch of different household products that doTERRA creates, which are all non-toxic, natural, and infused with the essential oils. So there's also the hand soap there too, which is really helpful, and the deep blue rub. So you get a variety of everything and a nice little fancy box to put it all in too. So this is amazing for the person that is totally ready to, like you said, make over their health and start fresh with everything, you know?
Yeah. And you'll get, with this kit, you get the opportunity to get $100 back the next month in product credits.
Free product,
So that's kind of cool too, right? Because you get all this, but that extra $100 for the next month to kind of, if you really love something in there and you want more, or you have another oil that you're wanting to get, it's a really nice, you can grow with this kit too, which is cool.
And it, like we said, it's all shipped to your door. So that's what's nice too. You're not going out and like, I had my certain natural products that I buy from this store and then like that store, but I'd have to make all these different trips. It's amazing that this all just, you know, it ships in 3 to 5 business days. It's super quick to Canada, and you get it all to your door. You open it up and it's all there for you. So it's amazing.
So that was a lot. I feel like that was
a lot of info. You might feel overwhelmed, but don't worry.
Because we are, like I said, we kind of live it and breathe it, and it is something that every person can use, and it really makes a difference.
Yeah, and I mean, I started with these like a year ago, and I've already learned like this much information. So there's a lot of education that comes along with this, and you know, we're there to guide you to help you start off and learn like how do I use these things? You know, how do I use them for my health and use them with my family? So with this few just simple rules, it's quite easy to start using them and just using your intuition around that. And
and so if you do have questions, you can get in contact with either Suzanne or I. If you're really interested and you want to try something, if you want to sample something, let us know, right? It's always nice to actually smell and feel it yourself, and we're happy to do that. And if you have any specific health concerns that we didn't talk about today, just remember that this was just the top 10, and there's so much else. So if you have a question, you already know probably too much about us already, so just know that no question is going to be TMI with us, right?
Yeah.
Get in touch with us, ask us any questions you have, and we'd be happy to chat. And
it doesn't matter where you live, right?
Yes.
You know, if we need to send you some samples, it doesn't matter. You know, doTERRA is worldwide. So we're happy to help you out and sort of be your support and your guidance.
Yeah. And if you live someplace really nice, we may visit you.
You never know.
Is that a warning? Is that a promise or a warning? I don't know.
Pretty cool.
Either way. So, all right. Well, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye. Let's stop the recording. I can't stop it.